Hey guys, it's me Shane. I'm here to bring you another Digimon Adventure 2020 episode review and recap. And boy, do we have an episode ahead of us today. We're on episode 30 and it's called The Mega Digimon WarGreymon. Pretty telling title, but let's just get right on into it. Remember last time Sora had caught up with Taichi because Taichi was trying to help these jungle Digimon try to escape. Keep calling it the forest, but trying to escape this jungle area because they were getting attacked by these Alumon and Tankdramon and Megadramon, and they were able to win the battle, but the war was not over yet. Well, we are greeted with this nice aerial shot where it's like one red streak and then five dark streaks, and it turns out it's Garudamon. Garudamon is just fighting these Megadramon, and she's using Shadow Wing after Shadow Wing. And it gets to a point where they're starting to surround her, and she does. And before the one Megadramon could shoot his hand missiles, she just Shadow Wings and the best way I can describe it is kind of like on like shows like Dragon Ball when the characters do like an explosive wave. That was her Shadow Wing, just destroying, killing all of the Megadramon. There was none left over after that. My only question is, how was Sora able to still be on her shoulder when she was doing all that? Pretty cool, but you can suspend disbelief because it's an anime. Anyway, on the ground, MetalGreymon and Tai, they're trying to get the Woodmon, and the Budmon and Lopmon, the one Lopmon out of there. They're fighting all these Alumon, and now it looks like the Alumon have a general. This jerk right here. His name is Vegemon. Pretty sure if you've seen the original Digimon, season one, the original Digimon Adventure, you know Vegemon. Vegemon's a jerk. I can't remember any Vegemon that was ever nice. Even the one that was mind controlled, or was it? I don't know, but it was a jerk. And this thing's doing the typical digital language, was like screeching out and telling them to move. And Taichi Metal and MetalGreymon, they're doing their literal best to beat these things and get these Digimon to safety. One of the coolest things is that in between all of this, we hear Koshiro talking, and he's gotten some help from some online friends to figure out what's going on. And it turns out that I'm assuming that this place was in NASA or USA. They can't control the satellites that are going in orbit. And Koshiro saying, it doesn't look like we're in danger of them falling and hitting anywhere, but I got to do some more work because something about this isn't right. I got some notes right here just to let you know. Make sure I don't miss anything. Because he's saying that with the exchange of data that's going through from the network in the real world to the digital world, something always happens. So they're trying to figure out what's going to be the next catastrophic thing to happen that's going to charge up the digital world. Excuse me. Then we get a shot of Woodmon saying to Taichi and Sora that, there's a cave, there's a mountain cave on the other side. If we can just get there, we'll be able to travel through it, get to the other, just as long as we can get to the other side and get to safety. Sora says she could fly them there, but to the mountain cave, but they'll get seen and attacked from the ground. And Taichi just plain says, Sora, I need you to take care of them. MetalGreymon and myself will be a distraction. We'll stall them. Because if they see you, you guys are going to get attacked. And we got a nice little shot of MetalGreymon having Piyomon on his head. It's really nice to see that the Digimon do take their time to rest and fully digivolve and then de-digivolve. And sometimes just stay in their forms. I mean, MetalGreymon's been MetalGreymon since the last episode. But I digress. At this point, make sure I didn't miss anything. At this point, again, the plan instantly goes into action. MetalGreymon and Taichi are going in and attacking the Alumon that are being led by Vegemon. And, he's doing all of his attacks. Trident Arm, Giga Storm, Giga Destroyer. Just taking them all out. Meanwhile, Vegemon screeches orders to this flying shadow. Who could it be? I kind of told you who it was last time because I could tell. And it zoomed past both of them. And MetalGreymon could sense him on his way before he got there. But the Digimon they're here to face is Fairymon. Fairymon is an ultimate level Digimon. And this time, we had Taichi's Digivice, you know, pop up and show him who it was. And it's this Digimon first showed up in the first Digimon movie. That's English and in Japanese, very first movie. And I was thinking this was going to be a rematch of sorts instead of Greymon versus Fairymon, be Fairymon versus MetalGreymon. But it was a lot more than that, let me tell you. Fairymon is using this, he's swooping in, is using these electric attacks that come from that metal plate that's on its head and just, shocking Greymon and Taichi at every mark that it makes. Even Taichi and Greymon, they decide to try to get into the air, but they're having a hard time trying to catch this guy. Meanwhile, Koshiro finally figured out what's going on in the United States, Japanese, India, and Russian and China satellites all going to collide at the same point, the International Space Station. And once they hit, it's gonna act. The thing's gonna break apart and it's gonna fall across the world. It's gonna be the same impact as if a giant meteor had hit the Earth. So now there's another clock going on that Koshiro already had an idea that something was gonna happen, but now he's got to figure out how to stop this from going on. Make sure I got this correct. Now we having this battle with Fairymon, who's just whizzing by and attacking them, while he's able to deliver his shocks. Vegemon orders basically like a military attack, like a bombardment from the Alomon. They're they're firing their mouth blasts in an arc, hitting MetalGreymon while Fairymon swoops in. Fairymon's able to dig its talons into MetalGreymon's metal trident arm and just rip holes in it, rip shreds in it. And they're having the hardest time fighting this guy. And we even get to a point where MetalGreymon gets that rail gun on his right arm, and he's firing it, but Fairymon's able to quickly dodge it. And while Fairymon is flying in the air, this dark lightning, same dark lightning from before that's making Digimon digivolve like crazy, hits him, and he turns into the mega form of Fairymon. The guy right there over my shoulder, he turns into Crossmon. That is Crossmon. Known in English as Eaglemon, which is kind of dumb, but yeah, you can see this guy has no eyes, so don't know how he sees, doesn't really matter. This guy's way too strong. Like, way, way, way too strong. The railgun blast does absolutely nothing. The Giga Destroyer didn't do anything at all. And this guy glows red, kind of like Garudamon, and just does a straight dive bomb attack and hits them. And they, both MetalGreymon and Taichi, are engulfed in this ball of white light. Taichi looks like he's about to pass out. MetalGreymon's eyes are glowing. And before them is that familiar crest of courage symbol that all of us older fans recognize. After the dust settles, Crossmon apparently noticed Sora and the others, making their trek, so it flies in that direction. In this crater, we had Agumon and Taichi, and we have one of the most interesting conversations or interesting moments where Taichi says, Agumon, are you still alive? And Agumon's like, yeah, are you okay? And it's cute. It's very cute, but then we get a moment where Taichi says, hey, I think I remember what happened before when I got eaten by Devimon. I remember hearing your voice call out to me. And Agumon says, yeah, I remember that moment too. Because if you remember, Agumon as MetalGreymon went ballistic and kind of did a slide dark evolution almost on the path to Machinedramon. And he went full Shin Godzilla on him. But during that time, Agumon was able to help him hear Taichi's voice, and Taichi heard his voice, and everything was able to calm down. But Taichi is remembering that silhouette of WarGreymon, not just then, but when they fought Volcodramon and one other time. I think they were all the same time, but different moments. And he helps Agumon get up. They start walking because they gotta get to him, because he says, I'm pretty sure he just noticed the others. And we get this really nice pep talk that they're giving one another that plays so well into uh, Taichi being the courageous one. He's saying no matter how many times we get knocked down, we got to keep getting up. We got to meet everybody. We have to make sure everybody's safe, and we cannot forget our goal. Which, after showing all their friends and Sora leading others, we see Hikari, his little sister, and Agumon says, "Yeah, we're not going to give up." We get these nice little, I don't want to call it montage, but it kind of is. We get flashes of previous episode when they first met and Agumon was they were fighting together for the first time, and the moments they shared together with him as Agumon. Well, as they started picking up speed, they starting to run. Vegemon leading the Alumon, they're on their way to meet them, and then we get, the music is nice and touching and soft but swelling. Of course, Agumon digivolves to Greymon, and Greymon is just handling these Alumon like it's 7-on-1, and he's just taking them down. And we get the nice little montage of Greymon and Taichi fighting together. Slowly but surely, once they're starting to get more and more overwhelmed, Cho Shinka Super Evolution into MetalGreymon. He's using Trident Arm, Giga Storm, Giga Destroyer, and once that Giga Destroyer goes off, Crossmon notices him, turns and comes right back. He's using these electric blasts as soon as he gets in because he got there really quickly. We go straight into the railgun. There is a clash, but the electric attack coming from that crest is too much, and we're getting this large white globule of energy. Taichi and MetalGreymon are glowing bright orange. They break right through it. The Trident Arm is literally severed at the nails as they're trying to rake him. And at this point, he's like, "I'm gonna smack you with the rail gun," which it catches, throws him to the ground, and we get a really wonderful moment. One of the things I say about Japanese anime, that when I say I prefer subs to dubs, is because a lot of times in localization, I guess they feel that silence a lot of times is going to make people bored. Silence in anime is the point where people pay the most attention. There's usually a lot going on, so when it's silent, that lets you know something major is happening. We get a big moment of silence where MetalGreymon is standing there, kind of beaten up. The ice parts where it is darkened, meaning his eyes are closed. Taichi's eyes are closed. That new Digivice in his hand, has his crest on it, and it's the light spinning orange. And Vegemon is, we can't understand the digital speak, but you can kind of make inferences. He's telling Crossmon to move in. Crossmon is moving in super fast with that aura. He's telling the Alumon to attack. He gives a little one of those laughs. And Taichi, asks why. He opens his eyes and says, "MetalGreymon, can you keep going?" As soon as MetalGreymon's eye shows up, he's like, I pretty much figured. And then everything basically the attacks stop because of this bright orange light. It's almost as if he's going Super Saiyan. That it's just completely engulfing him. And then we get a brand new song called "Break the Chain," not to be confused with "Break the Chain" from Kamen Rider Kiva. All of a sudden, we get that. If you pay attention to the evolution scene when Agumon and Gabumon go to their champion forms, that little spear thing with the almost like the rings going around it, we get that. Then we get what they call in Japanese Jojok Shinka Mega Evolution. Oh my goodness, that crest is right above his head. We get the Machinedramon head slamming down on the MetalGreymon hand, forming something completely new. The chest becomes chest armor. The railgun arm and the trident arm both become gauntlets. The legs become more defined. He's standing up. He's getting these wings that have the crest half and half. Ladies and gentlemen, it has taken us so long to get here, but now we get WarGreymon, one of my favorite Digimon. But that's the stock picture. I'm going to show you This is the picture of when he finished digivolving. Very, very. When I tell you top notch art for this episode, top notch all around. Even seeing Crestmon digivolve and Crestmon come in for the attack looked really great. So this music swells. We get the break the chain chorus. Crossmon is trying to make its way towards them. They're having this high speed battle, and WarGreymon has the upper what do they call it, the higher ground, and Crossmon just comes in. WarGreymon puts his hand together. Is going to use his iconic attack, but it starts smaller and it becomes massive. It reminds me of the Ultra Universal Spirit Bomb that Goku did in Dragon Ball GT, because this thing goes from small to it's covering behind him. It's as if the sun is right behind him, and he uses his attack Gaia Force. Not only does this thing one shot Crossmon, the energy is so massive, it destroys all the Alumon, destroys the Vegemon that's on top of his Alumon, and it has a massive explosion radius. This just so much power in one moment. It just destroys all of them. The forest the forest slash jungle doesn't even take that much damage, but these guys are just done. They do a flyby Sora and Piyomon season, Lopmon season as well, because everybody else is asleep, and they run to him, and that is the end of our episode. Today's Digimon Encyclopedia was, of course, Dark Knightmon, a tough, clever, and determined Digimon. Of course, the little tidbit was that he becomes more stylish since digivolving, but Koshiro said Kabuterimon deleted it and said I'm more stylish, which we always gotta have some kind of humor in this. Next episode, tons of new Digimon. Personally, that I haven't seen. It looks like my suspicions about Lopmon being one of the holy Digimon might be true, and just I'm looking so forward to episode 31. This episode, guys, time for a rating. And if you know me well, you already know this is a 5 out of 5. This is a 5 out of 5 for several reasons. And one of the reasons I forgot to mention, there was at some point when they were right before Taichi and MetalGreymon went to stall, we got Hikari and Skull Knightmon on top of Dark Male Birdramon, where she says, "Where are we going?" But of course, he doesn't answer her. So I'm judging this based on other episodes where they do not forget other threads. They have not forgotten something weird is going on in the real world again, and Koshiro's studying it. Koshiro and Tenamon have not moved from that junkyard that they've been at. We have not forgotten the fact that Hikari is with Skull Knightmon, not just because Tai is working towards getting to her and has the, flash of remembering his sister that he has to go save her. We get to see that moment. Anytime they keep touching on that instantly brings them up. That's their norm now. Their norm is like a 3.5 for them. This animation was amazing. Not just they when I say that I appreciate that they don't always use the evolution sequences to their full. Sometimes they just rush it, or sometimes they just ball light and transform. This was the perfect time to do it. A Digimon that's about to reach its mega form. It's the perfect time to do this. They even had a nice part where remember when I told you about the rings around the circle that you usually see? Those things broke through once once WarGreymon showed up, and I hope no one gets too mad at me, but this is way better than when Agumon became WarGreymon in the original Digimon Season 1. This is way better. Because one, it's not some weird power up like going from regular Goku to Ultra Instinct Goku, or going from Agumon straight to Mega, or Impmon, sorry Impmon, I love you, but going to Beelzebubmon. This showed that they kept going, they kept digivolving, kept evolving like a normal Digimon, and we see where the name WarGreymon comes from. It comes from they're going to continuously, you're going to knock them down, they're going to continuously keep fighting. They're going to go to war with you until their goals are met. The fact that the railgun and the trident arm become the gauntlets. It's perfect. It's like watching a Pokemon evolution where you see how everything changes, when they're uniform. But it's fantastically done, amazingly done. The fight between Crossmon and MetalGreymon was well done. There wasn't anything lacking in the animation department. The music, the score, the sound effects, all of this it gets a 5 out of 5. Just gold star, gold standard, 5 out of 5. I gotta say, I like I said earlier, I was expecting the homage to the rematch of Greymon or MetalGreymon versus Fairymon. Didn't expect to get the Mega. I thought that this was going to be super powerful Ultimate Digimon that they had to digivolve into their Mega form. Nah, you got me. I wasn't expecting that. I appreciate that. So I sincerely do hope that not just Taichi and Yamato get, WarGreymon and MetalGreymon. I really, really, really hope everyone else gets theirs as well. Even if you gotta separate them again or just take Taichi and Yamato out of the equation and everyone has to rescue them, I'm fine with that. We finally see where that, gray sword comes from on Omnimon slash Omegamon. So fantastic. I've said that several times, so I think it's about time to just wrap the video up. But tell me, what do you think? Were you as excited about this episode as I was? I'm definitely going to rewatch this because when I watch these, I take a lot of notes to make sure I don't forget anything. Definitely worth the rewatch. This is easily top five, top five best episodes, top five best moments for Taichi and his partner. Right up there with MetalGreymon versus Metal Tyrannomon. Just, mwah. So again, let me know what you think. Are you happy? Did this episode satisfy you like it satisfied me? Please let me know down in the comments down below. Please, as always, in addition to commenting, remember to like and subscribe to the video. Hit the notification bell. We do videos like this every Sunday reviewing the Digimon Adventure 2020. I thank you again for your time. Please, as always, remember, be good, be blessed, wash your hands, wear your mask, be good to one another. Black Lives Matter, and as always, I will definitely be seeing you next time.